Shiraz. Sure does taste good. Sure hits the spot. Sure Sloppy Joes. I wanted to stop so many times, but you just start going backwards. Got so much more paddling to go. I'm almost wiped. Street taco cam. I want you to experience what living at the upper levels is like. Took a crap over there. Some wannabe camping fishing dude got into a little bit of a pickle. Good luck, bud. They'll take care of you. Dudes, I think only good things can happen after this. Unless I slip, fall in the water over there. Again. I ain't checking emails and texts. I'm unreachable. I found a thunderbox. Poop heaven. I don't usually stay at designated campsites. Ever. Disgusting. That's for lazy people. Lot of beard, lot of tattoos, lot of beer, lot of truck. No balls. All right, there's a little rundown on my grub for the food barrel. I'm heading out for anywhere from 5 to 8 nights, so I'm packing a little extra. All right, I got my pre-packed oatmeal, standard oatmeal, raisins, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, protein shot. I think that's a pumpkin seed protein. Cinnamon. Got my quadruple shot of popcorn. I've got some jalapeno peppers. That goes with the ton of chickpeas and black peas. I'm going with that combination. I've got for snacking some raisins and apricots and pretzels. I've got a double shot of oil for frying fish and also for frying. I'm gonna try some of these sloppy joes and street tacos. I've got an onion to go with those and dice that up, fry that up in the pan. Also for snacking, I've got some dates, or I'll have the dates with fish. Dates and a fish, protein carb, pumpkin seeds. I've got some treats here, some jalapeno kettle cooked cheddar chips, little samplers, a little bit of chili. I've got some double shot of some sardines in spring water, a little bit of buns for the street tacos and the sloppy joes. I don't feel like grinding coffee, so I've got a couple of coffees. Awesome. And I've got a fair amount, so it's got to all fit into the bear barrel. I'm gonna do that right now. Got my stove set up here. In there's all the cutlery, salt. Got a couple of bottles of non-alcoholic vino just to make it extra special. Pan's ready to roll. I've got my stove fuel, filleting knife. I've got my lighters. I think that's probably one of about 8 that I bring, maybe more, 12, 15 lighters. Love the lighters. Let's go, running behind. Gotta get out of here, let's go! Beans in the barrel and chickpeas. Yeehaw, we're getting there. Stove, cutlery, oil, vino, oh yeah, hydrogen peroxide, cause it's delicious. Ooh, I almost forgot. Triple shot of banana bread, cause that's super healthy. Whatever, don't care. This stage of the packing, it doesn't have to be pretty. The whole goal is to just make sure that everything fits. Give it a half a day in. It will, the food will be depleted, get rid of a couple cans, empty out some of the jars, empty out a little bit of some of the packages, dates, etc., etc. It'll make more room, easier to load and unload or look for something. Try something a little different. I've got these rice bags, which are awesome. I'm gonna put my coffee in here, my onion, my jalapeno, and my breakfast shots, my oatmeals. This one here is gonna be your standard toilet paper. I brought a ton of gloves. Always good to have a ton of gloves, because I sometimes forget the gloves. So this will be toilet paper, gloves, hot dog buns, you know. Well, the buns, toilet paper, and banana bread. I'm going to want to get rid of that banana bread sooner, just so it doesn't rot in the heat. And I'm also wanting to eat those hamburger buns, so I'll have my special Sloppy Joe street tacos earlier in the trip as opposed to later. All right, I'm loaded. Got everything in, jammed in with my Dutch Crunch jalapeno cheddar chips. Thank you, Old Dutch. You know who you are. And my pan on top. There we go. And get the lid on. And I'm not doing this up because I always forget something, so I'll leave it as it is until final liftoff, until wheels up. Heading out. Not the most ideal conditions. Got a little bit of gray clouds. Sun's popping in here and there. But some wind out of the north. It is going to be a battle. Not too bad here. But once we get to the other lake there, I'm going to have to work for it. I wanted to have some glassy water, and then it's about a 3-hour paddle. This will probably kill about 4.5 hours. I'm probably going to be arriving at dusk and have to set up at dusk to dark. Hopefully the mosquitoes won't be out. That'll be one advantage of the fact that if it is windy, it'll keep them down. It usually calms down in the evening, so maybe, you know, I won't rush too much. I will, you know, do my best. Don't bust a gut. Don't pull a muscle. And hopefully it'll calm down about 3/4 of the way in. And it'll just be smooth sailing. I gotta get a sail for this thing. Wouldn't that be awesome? Big freaking sail on there. Little pit stop before first tunnel. Paddling was a little goofy. Fairly decent wind, headwind, crosswind, wind from everywhere. That would normally be about half an hour. It was just about 70 minutes. Not too bad though. It's crashing on. I'm just hoping on the other side here, which is South Cross, that the wind dies down. I'm thinking glass. It's got to think glass. Glass. It's all good. If it isn't, I don't care. A challenge is nice. Sometimes when things are too easy, you don't really appreciate where you're at. So I'm expecting to really appreciate things. Let's get at her. Let's get at her. I'm not gonna lie, that was a hellish paddle. I did not enjoy that at all. So what would normally take 45 minutes took over 2 hours. And it was paddling hard, inch by inch. You really had to pick a spot on the shore or somewhere close to give you a little bit of a sense that you're actually moving, or it just felt like you were sitting in the same spot. There were waves, I'd say anywhere between 6 and 8 inch swells there, dropping the front of the boat down pretty good. I didn't get any water in, we're all good there. The New to Me handled that very well. I wanted to stop so many times, but you just start going backwards. Don't give up, just keep going. I pounded some pretzels and some water, and I was gonna camp for the night at one of the spots about less than halfway and go the rest of the way in the morning. But I've got glass. Finally. It's about 8:30. I've got about another hour and 15, 20 minutes of daylight. It's probably about another hour and 15 or 20 minutes of paddling. So I'm going to be doing it in the dark. I'm going to find the spot in the dark, paddle in the dark, go through the tunnel in the dark probably. Set up the tent. I'm just praying for very little mosquitoes. That would just be great. But I don't think it's going to happen. I think I'm going to get pounded by mosquitoes in the dark while I'm setting up my tent. But at least this way I'm setting up so that I'm done in the morning, get up, coffee, oatmeal, a couple flicks. It's going to be awesome. I got so much more paddling to go. I'm almost wiped. Okay, let's go. Still paddling. I still have to go way over there, and then further and further, and then the tunnel, and then way, whatever. Still paddling. Gorgeous evening now. Man, did it suck earlier. That was a slog. Little trail here. I want to make sure I get through that tunnel, and it should be around the corner there before dark. I don't want to be going through the tunnel in the dark. I'd really prefer not to do that because it's hard enough during the day to get through the tunnel because it's very dark. You just look for the light at the end of the tunnel. There won't be one if I don't get there pretty quickly. Gorgeous sunset. I didn't like that at all. That was not fun. I made it through the tunnel in one piece, but I couldn't see. I mean, I could see a little bit of light at the end there, but I couldn't see at all what was around me. Pitch black, floating through a tube. It's like floating in air. And I couldn't see how close either side of the canoe was to the walls. So I'm paddling, and there's a current. So I'm just steering, but not really paddling because the current's taking me through. So as soon as I would hear the paddle scraping on the wall, I would correct and try to go the other direction, but the current was taking me the other direction and almost got sideways. And then the fishing rod started scraping on the ceiling or the wall and coming back towards me, and I could feel one wanting to pop out of the boat, but managed to save it. So all good. Made it through. No rods lost. No scrapes, no bumps, didn't hit anything too much. Yeah, I won't be doing that again. Daylight only through the tunnels. It's the second week of August, but I'll tell you, it's 9:15 or so. It got cold real fast. I'm glad I got my hat, my whatever you call this, gloves, long sleeve shirt, long sleeve pants, long leg pants, wool socks. I think I'm gonna make it. That is my little island right there. That's where I'm going to dock. And I'm going to explore on top of this hill here. Oh yeah. The mosquitoes are out. Then they're biting through this shirt. So I've got a mosquito jacket and I've got mosquito netting for my head with a hat. That'll take care of that. That'll take care of them. See? That's why you get there at nighttime, so you can wake up to a gorgeous morning. It's already done. You're not moving a sight. Tearing everything down, paddling. There he is. Orangey. This is a little bit more of a prefab site. I've got a barbecue pit and a big container for putting whatever I want to keep safe or out of the elements. Scully Bros with me. I've already brewed some coffee. I've got some of the Canoe that I got from a hotel room. That's right. First class all the way. Your Canoe K-cups emptied into a pot, boiled over till it can't boil anymore. It's the epitome of class. And that's what I provide for myself and for my viewers, my friends and family. Only the best. I want you to experience what living at the upper levels is like. Took a crap over there, buried it. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, it's so nice to be here and not have to worry about or think about or spend the energy getting here. Done. Not gonna lie, that was a brutal paddle yesterday. Like real tough. Crazy winds, 6-8 foot swells on the little waves there. The bow of the boat dipping down, getting some real good splash. Stayed dry though. I wanted to quit so many times. Like just find somewhere here and just end it already. It started to get a little more glassy, calmed down. The wind came down about 3/4 of the way into the paddle. So I decided to push it even though there were a dump load of mosquitoes coming. I could hear them in the bush. I knew they were coming. Managed to find the spot in the dark. I had scoped it out before. That's one thing to do, you know, when you're out and about, find some nice places in advance. You're not gonna find them last minute. You're gonna be hooped. And it turned out gorgeous. I went through a couple of lamps worth of batteries, but set everything up. She's gorgeous. We're all set up. And check out that view. A few guys out there fishing this morning. Oatmeal's ready to go. I went with raisins, pumpkin seeds, ton of cinnamon, pumpkin seed protein powder shot. We'll try a little bit of this Canoe. Coconut, chocolate. Old vines. A bit of red soil, not the brown type, but the red soil. Awesome. Quality. That works. Actually, all joking aside, if you've got the little K-cups, you can empty them out, do a little cowboy coffee with them. Works relatively well. You're not getting a big cup of coffee out of it. You know, your standard 250 ml, something like that. Tastes actually pretty good. I got no problem with the Van Oot. For the amount that I paid, sweet deal. Thinking about going fishing, but I got exploring to do too. As you know, I don't usually stay at designated campsites. Ever. Disgusting. That's for lazy people. Designated sites are for families with little kids, complete newbies, and lazy people. Bushwhack in, make it your own, explore, discover, plant a flag, do something different, be the first. But when I do, when I want to go high class like the Van Oot coffee before, this would be the site. You feeling this? And a lockbox? Damn! I've got great fishing out my door. Those bros out there been catching walleye. And way up there, way up, look way up there, we're gonna go exploring. I gotta go way that way, up around, and I'll come up there. All right. I got my binoculars, bear bell shut down. I got my knife. I've got my bear spray. I got my bear horn. Let's go! Let's see what we can see. I don't know that from the video it looked particularly high up there. But once we're up there, I guarantee you it's going to be just an awesome view. I've never been up there. I did pick a ton of blueberries this morning. There are a lot less of them. You got to look for them, but they're delicious. They're late season. In the wine industry, that might be referred to as a old vine. Oh, and what do we have here? It's my fishing rod, because I'm snagged over there. Thought I'd be a smart ass and do some fishing from shore. I did get out about probably 100 casts on various different lures, a couple different rods, but I'm caught on a rock right over there. It is what it is. I'm hoping that the wind dies down a bit and I can get a little paddle in, and I'll save the my Ned rig. I'm coming to get you, Neddy. It's pretty steep here. To give you an idea, that's about a 15 foot drop down there. It's already awesome view. Okay. I'm hoping I can find a relatively decent way to ascend this. Man, just thinking again about going this way. That paddle yesterday and how I wanted to really give up. But it was a good lesson in, I knew I was making progress. Way up there. Way up there. That's a good, hard to tell from the video possibly. That's a solid half a block from here. But yeah, it's sort of a lesson. I knew I was making progress, even though it was half an inch by half an inch at times. I knew I was still getting somewhere. So I just sort of had to tell myself to, whoa, to calm down. See, we're getting up there. Just to calm down, continue on, work through the discomfort, work through the pain, because it was working my hands, wrists, forearms, elbows, shoulders. You start cramping up a little bit in your legs because you got to use your legs for stability. And know that you can do it. Take it just step by step. Just set little goals as you go. I'm going to get to that tree, to that island, to that outcropping, past that island. And eventually I got there. But it was tough. All of that being known, it's easy to just say to do that, but to carry it out is another thing. Yeah, we're getting up there. We still got way up there to go. I just put my nose down, my head down, and push through. I mean, I knew that the reward was going to be great because I'd get a great sight, be awesome to wake up in the morning. The other catch, though, was that I knew I'd be getting to the site late. It was going to be dark. Mosquitoes were going to be killer. I was unfamiliar with the site. I don't know where the rocks are, where the little holes are, where things are to step on, trip on. And I'll tell you, right from the door of my tent, I dropped a water bottle and it went about 60 feet and it wanted to go right straight into the water. It knew exactly where home was for it. Let's go this way. Woo! We're almost to the summit. Another peak. view. There's still water all the way down there, you can see. There's some broskies and a couple boats out there. There was about 6 boats this morning, all fishing. A few of them catching. I saw some nets flying around. Oh, that's out there. And we are still going up there. I wonder if there's any untouched blueberries here. There we go. Little blueberry handful, micro handful. All right. I was actually at a blueberry festival recently. No blueberries. But they do have a contest for the heaviest blueberry. I don't know what that would look like. I sort of picture a dude coming in the back of an old-fashioned pickup with a big monster blueberry on the back. Fire pit at the top of the world. How cool is that? A little grove in here. Perfect for a bear. When you're picking your blueberries, don't forget, you're in bear country. And when you're focused on picking blueberries, something else might be focused on you. Don't be that guy that's being focused on. It's back here. No, I still haven't had those blueberries. Saving them for the top of the world. Ooh, that's a drop down there. Yeah, you'd roll for a bit there for sure. It's funny, you get pretty good at it. If you look for, this is juniper, you can usually find some blueberries. And you tell me, how delicious do those look? And those. And those. Oh! Look at this. It's a real blueberry festival. I don't think the bears know they're up here. Check that out. They're everywhere. Holy smokes. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Wow. Look at that. Look at that. It's a handful of blueberries at the top of the world. I'm going to be a pig. That whole handful is going down. There's like 1 billion back there. So let's do it. Like 5 handfuls of jam. No kidding. I'm going back for more. More blueberries. I really should head back to Camp 105 for lunch. But I'm not hungry. I don't know why.
incredible. And there are millions in there. I'll bet you a solid 75 to 100 big handfuls in there. Just gonna be ready to stop. Come back to the top of the world, pick me some blueberries. Got some good wind. Some clouds. Don't care. Beautiful. What's this? Garbage can. Get out. It's a thunderbox. This site has a thunderbox. If y'all know what that is, check it out. Just wow. What? What is this? That is awesome. I'm going to use that. I'm going to use it multiple times. I'm going to sit on it when I don't even need it. Wow, that is so cool. A thunderbox. I found a thunderbox. Poop heaven. All right, I'm going to make some street tacos. Plant-based. Got a beautiful view in my kitchen here. And chop up some onions, saute them, soak that in water, mix it up, and chuck it on a couple buns that I stole from the kitchen. I hope nobody needed those. Back at home. Back at home. Yeehaw. Let's do! Bind the contents of the pouch in hot water. This is smoking chipotle flavor. Whatever. We'll see about that. Combine. So does that mean stir? It does. I ballparked the cup because I don't bring mixing cups with me on trips. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Okay, while this just sits for 5 minutes, I'm going to get my ass working on them onions being diced and sauteed. Know what I'm saying? Too many know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm going to put the top back on here and I'm going to let it sit. I haven't got a clue if that's enough water. Whatever. Get it down ya. Get it down ya, get it in ya. I know what that means. Okay, let me cut this up. Onions, diced. I'm supposed to saute them with oil. I'm going to just fry them in oil and toss them around until they're clarified. Get that oil in there. Good enough. Let's go fry. It ain't no walleye or crappie or smallmouth, but I will tell you, something about frying onions. It just attracts the bears. I hope not. It's hot. There we go. Like ground beef. It's just like ground beef. It is vegan. Okay, I'm gonna mix that in. Oh yeah, it's definitely got some ground beef-ish, chipotle pepper aroma. All right, this is how this is gonna go down. I'm gonna put this on here. Sort of my cooking channel. Fishing, camping. All right, what do we think of that? That looks pretty damn awesome. No clue. Let's give it a taste. Meaty, spicy. It's a real tender burger. Spice is nice. Definitely mesquite, chipotle pepper. That's awesome. Right on. Loading up another one here. It's hiding in here. There we go, brah. Oh, yeah. Here we go. There's another one. Another one going down. Street taco cam. Orangey. Lake cam. There we go. Here comes some killer waves. I made it out for about 2 hours. Just under 2 hours. And 0 fish. Skunked. It's all good. Love floating. Just sat back, thought about nothing, watched the bouncing bobber. Relax. Get into the rhythm of the waves. It's all good. If you caught fish every single time, they'd call it catching, not fishing. I just made that up. That's mine. Where are you, fishy? Where are you, fishy? Not here. It is 6:29. Sun's starting to creep over the horizon. A little bit of mist on the water. I'm gonna make some breakfast. It's a little chilly. I got a hoodie on and a long sleeve underneath. And I'm just fine. There she is. Yeah, a little crispy. I wouldn't say it's cold. It's got a little bit of a bite to it, which is nice. It's fresh. That sun's already feeling warm. Yesterday was pretty hot. That'll burn off this fog. I think it's time for breakfast. Get her done. Just caught this bro. Nice little crappie. He is destined for the pan because I'm hungry. I'm going to make myself a little micro fire, fry this boy up, have some dates, maybe some of the jalapeno chips. Ooh, he's a nice guy. Look at that. How do you go wrong with that? Here we go. Woo! Nice bro. It is Sunday, about 1 o'clock, and I am starving. It's hotter than hell out. Got in about 3 hours of fishing. It's the only guy to show for it, so I'm going to get him into the pan. Let's roll. All done. That'll make a killer crappie burger and a half for sure. It's a small fish, but there's a decent amount of meat on it if you know how to use absolutely every ounce of it. Get in there, cut out the details, and they're incredible tasting. Crappie, are you kidding me? Holy crappie! And get this fire started. But first, I sort of thought, you know, how do you make crappie better? A little bit of jalapeno slices. Awesome. I mean, tell me it gets better than that. It don't get better. It don't get much better than this. There's people out there on boats right now. Ain't catching crap. You know how I can tell? No screaming and crying and laughing and yelling, look what I caught, a jack. That'll be me tomorrow. Okay, let those soak in a little bit. That's going to be hotter than hell. Get your fire rocking first. And just because these don't sometimes take, I'm just going to rock a little bit of this on here. Oh, yep. Uh-huh. You like the Crocs? I'm rocking the Crocs. It is hotter than hell out here. So I'll take any chance I can to, or any opportunity or any option to cool off a little bit. I got my crappie ready. Ouch! I'm on fire! Wow! Okay, fire's not so micro. Getting my hot seat out of here before the hot seat turns into a fire seat. I gotta get out. I gotta watch myself. I'm on the edge of a cliff here. Damn, that's hot. Okay. Nice frying up. The oil is actually getting green. Put a little bit of this on there, a little bit of that. And time for some crappie. Look at that. So I had the unfortunate, I made a calculated guess and it was something I knew I shouldn't do. I took a chance on walking on some rocks that were wet to get to the other side of the canoe because the crappie was tethered to the other side. And I wanted to just do it nice and quick. Nothing nice and quick about walking on wet stones. It just makes your day a lot longer. I managed to go in up to my armpits and shoulder on one side, slipped completely on the rocks, out of control, like a goofball. I didn't get hurt. There was nothing to get hurt on. I was just sliding on the rocks. I mean, I landed on the rocks, in the water, rocks, something like that, just down there. You know that there's nothing much wrong with you, and the first thing you do after you get out is look around to see if anybody saw it happen. There was nobody. Nobody was spying on the Steve show. Nobody saw it, thankfully, because there's about 5 or 6 boats out there. That would have been brutal. So I got rid of all my, shirt, pants, socks, underwear, shoes. Damn, everything was soaked. It was dumb. And then when I was wringing out my shirt and trying to maybe get a little bit of the green scum off of it, went up to my knee on my right hand side again, slipped in. I don't know. Dumbass. So what am I seeing? What am I smelling here? Super pan-fried crispiness with a touch of campfire and jalapeno. Yeah. Rookie move. Actually, it was just a dumbass move. I knew what I was doing when I did it. Thought I could get around the other side of the boat and just slip right in. It's never worth it. Wet rocks. Stupid. This is actually kind of comfy. There we go. And a little bit more. Oh boy, that smells good. Those Al Pacinos are rather nice smelling. Okay, so you know the rules. I just go until they're flaky. That's flaky. That's flaky. That's flaky. That's flaky. That's flaky. 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 Today's word, flaky. Damn, that can be tomorrow's word, the next day, day after that. That can be every day's word for all I care. Flaky goodness. Oh boy. That's the rules. Walk away. She's done. Check it out. Woo! Campfire jalapeno crappie. I mean, and they say crappie are small. Nothing small about this dish. Moment of truth. Big Al Pacino on there. Big mouthful of crappie. Wow. That is awesome. That is incredible. Those poor people on the boat there, there's husband and wife out there, haven't caught anything since I've been here. 2 days, 3 days, whatever it is. I'm sure they're wondering what the hell that smell is. I ain't sharing. That's my ridgeline with my Venk knot on that end and my trucker's hitch at that end and my disgusting stupidity hanging on the middle. Is what it is. Live and learn. I mean, I already learned that lesson, but it seems like I have to learn it every once in a while again anyways. I'm telling you, those jalapenos are freaking awesome. Just incredible. Look at that. There we go. People. Yeah, he's like, screw it, I'm getting out of here. I can smell the jalapenos fried. He's like, I don't need that. I can't catch no fish. I'm getting the hell out of here. There you go, boy. Goodbye. See ya. You know what? I am probably going to pay for that attitude tomorrow and catch nothing or catch a whole dump load anyways. I'm going for the dump load. Okay, I'm eating this. Bye-bye. Top of Blueberry Mountain again. Check it out. It's so high. I can see another lake over there. The blueberries just keep going and going. I just can't stop picking blueberries. I'm stuffed. I'm working my way. I'm doing this little quarter section. And I've got another big section, another big section, another big section. I'm here for enough days that I can get my way through all these blueberries. It's probably about, I don't know, 30 or 40 pails worth. I can do it. I think I'm gonna throw up. I know what color it's gonna be. Just kidding, I ain't anywhere near throwing up. This is like heaven. Look at this. I'm like getting, I don't even want just one or two now, or three or four. I want like a whole, see, that's like one little branch worth there. I want a mouthful in each, you know? Come on, let's go. It's 6:40 Monday morning. That was night 3 last night. It's a little chilly, not too bad. I've got some kindling and I've got some firewood. It's just the next little thing in the morning that is annoying. It's a little crispy, tired. Last thing you want to be doing is making a fire to get your food in. It's nice to just be able to turn that burner on and boom, and you've got boiling water inside of about 5 minutes. But we shall prevail. Let's get her done. How's that? First cast. Out before 7 o'clock. Look at that bro. He's a nice big boy. Look at that. Pretty hilarious, you know. 10,000 casts yesterday and one crappie, although it was really good. Jalapeno, campfire, it was awesome. And then first cast this morning, literally from orangey way back there to here, before 7, boom, couple little pops, and there we go. Big boy crappie. It doesn't get better than this. If I say it doesn't get better than this, keep it down. It's quiet. There's nobody else around me. Still a mist on the water. This is awesome. So I'm back at camp now, about 9:30, and I'm gonna fillet him up. I've already got my micro fire set up. So I've got everything set up that I need to get in there and, you know, take care of bro. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. So the process is catch your fish, set up your micro fire, fillet your fish, get them into a baggie, keep them cool, While that's going on, set up your fire, get it roaring. When the fire's ready to roll, that's when you put some oil in the pan, get that simmering up, get that moving, that deliciousness going, and then chuck your fishies in. And there we go. Nice big baggie of crappie, a crappie baggie. Yummy. It's gonna be good. Oh, how's that for breakfast? How is this for breakfast? What'd you have for breakfast this morning? What did I in the future, what did the me of the future have for breakfast this morning as I'm watching this? Time to get back out. Yeah. All right, get your utensils ready. Spoon? Are you kidding? This ain't no frickin' oatmeal morning. This is fork in hand, oil in the pan kind of morning. That's what we're going for. Hells yeah. Uh-huh. You know where this is going. And eventually you know where this is going. Right down the hatch. Right down the damn hatcher. Yeehaw! Got ourselves a little microfire brewing. I will take this moment to thank my sponsors. Me, myself, and frickin' I. Just kidding. Thanks to my wife and kids, willing to allow me to go and possibly just to get rid of me. I'm not quite sure. There could be ulterior motives at this point. Thanks to the dudes that gave me some tackle and bait and rods and reels initially. All that stuff's gone the way of the dinosaur, or as they say, the bottom of the lake. We have moved on with newer, better, bigger, and tons of fish. It's been awesome. But thanks anyways for getting me started. Let's dump this in here. Yo! Fried the hairs on my hand. There we go. Notice the lack of jalapeno peppers this time. It ain't going to be a jalapeno fry every single time. Got to ration out. Especially when you're living the hard life like I am. Blueberries and crappie every day. Almost. Pretty much every day. It's been a blueberry. Oh boy. Oh boy. Had a great sleep last night. Like just boom. That being said, I think I got up at 6:30, but got into bed by 10 o'clock. So a little early for me, but it was an early start. There was a lot of climbing to Blueberry Mountain. There's a lot of rowing and paddling for crappie. 15,000 casts for one crappie and one walleye yesterday was the count. Yeah. Literally, I'd probably say like about 2,000 casts, something like that. And then first thing this morning, I checked the clock. By the time I was casting and reeling in it and already had it in the boat, it was 7:17 was the time signature. And it was the first cast of the day. Very first cast on a slip bobber. Caught this beautiful crappie that you see in front of you. See that? Flaky. 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 We did this yesterday. Flaky. Flaky. Like me. But this is much more delicious. Cheers, crappie, camping. fried crappie and Shiraz, it's a great pairing. You gotta watch out. You always say, you know, thinking, someday I'll do this, someday I'll do that. And things are better, or I've got more money, or more time, or this happens, or that happens. Someday I'll do whatever. Right? You gotta be careful, because someday could be yesterday. Someday, geez, could be 5 years ago. Someday could be you never doing it ever, and the realization that you know it. Someday is terrible. Push yourself. Get out there, do it, whatever it is. What day it is today? Someday! Someday! Today is someday. I love scraping up all the scrapings on here because they're salty. Tastes like maybe KFC's version of crappie. Oh, I just figured out. KFC, what it stands for. Kentucky Fried Crappie, Mama! Kentucky Fried Crappie! Oh. Out of the water, into the boat, out of the boat, into the baggie, into the pan, into me. Into me. Okay. I'll bet you this morning that crappie didn't get up and say, you know what? I could really go for being washed down with a Shiraz. Is what it is. Is what it is. Thank you, crappie. Thank you, bro. Yummy. Yummy. Clean this up. Clean it up. Okay. I'm grabbing firewood now so that if it rains in the next day or two, I'll have a stockpile, pull it out from my dry tarp, and be able to heat up my oatmeal, maybe my sloppy joes, and a lot more fish. But I can't do that without storing some of this in advance, because as I say, it may rain. Man, it is another hot one. I'm gonna get this wood back and see where my travels take me. I've got no rush, nobody to tell me what to do, no texts, no emails, no silly phone calls, nobody screaming at me. Out here you get to be boss. Well, nature is the boss out here, but you adapt to it how you want. I tried the Thunder Bucket this morning, the Thunder Crown. I don't know, a little unnatural. A little unnatural out here. I sort of like picking my spot and then burying it. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? But it's kind of nice to have if you bring a princess with you or something. A lot of my buddies' princesses, they wouldn't even come out. Never mind use this. Big talkers. Big boys. Big boys. A lot of tattoos. A lot of beard. A lot of beard. A lot of tattoos. A lot of beer. A lot of truck. No balls. Absolutely no balls. But you be you. And I'll be me. All it takes is a little effort. Get off your butt. Stop being lazy. You don't have to drink today. You don't have to smoke today. You don't got to sit in your truck. You don't got to watch Netflix. You don't got to shit talk all the time. Get out and actually do something. Takes effort. Takes strength. Takes willpower. Takes know-how. Takes research. Takes planning. I get it. But you know what? End of the day. My God. Breathe that in. This is life. This is real life. Not the reality you think you have back at home with work BS, city BS, social media, online, fantasy land, garbage, video games. Wake up. Out here, you're awake every day. And I love it. That's my rant. It is 3 o'clock, day 4. And you know what that means? It is time for Sloppy Joe's. Sloppy Joe's. Classic honey barbecue. I've got a couple of buns that are left. Thankfully, there's so much white flour and sugar and grossness in there that there's not a drop of mold on them, even after 4 days of a ton of heat and humidity. So I'm going to, number one, get my fire started, because of course I've got no fuel. It's just great. But a challenge I like. Challenge I like. Let's do it. Sloppy Joe. Classic honey barbecue. Over a fire in paradise. It is a nice feeling to get some cool wind and a break from the sun. That being said, I don't want any rain. No rain, boys. My little micro fire ready to roll. I mean, is that cute or what? It's chopped. Clean your cutting utensils properly. Just like that. Because bears hate onions. I mean, they love onion rings, but maybe not so much onions. That's what I'm counting on. Just. And apologies to my daughters or wife that may have wanted this onion. There it is, out here. Tough luck. Dad needs an onion. I left you with, I think, one. There's one there for you. Hope you didn't need to. Sucks to be you. Oil added. Onions covered. I've got my water in my pot for my Sloppy Joe ground veggie meatless mix classic honey barbecue. Make sure you use proper utensils. There we go. Let's take her out over here. With a micro fire. I haven't mentioned how cute he is. Look at a little micro fire. I think I got everything. Man, it's so complicated. Last bloody time I'm doing this. Actually, I'm going to do it again because it was delicious. Ooh. All right. Let's get this fire started. The Sloppy Joes. Sloppy Joe. The weather's been awesome. I just did a little hike to the top of Blueberry Mountain. And Made a couple texts to back home, check in on home, let them know I'm more than good here. I ain't checking emails and texts. I'm unreachable. I have no cell phone service. Dudes, if I was sitting on top of a cell phone tower, I wouldn't have service. Know what I'm saying? Gotta take time for yourself. There has to be an off switch at some point in time. You gotta take care of yourself. Work will always be there when you get back. Oh, and guess what? If work ain't there when you get back, you'll find other work. There's a chopper going overhead. Some newbie got himself into trouble. Some wannabe goofball. Some wannabe camping, fishing dude got into a little bit of a pickle. Good luck, bud. They'll take care of you. Let's chuck that on there. Chuck this on there. All right. I am simmering. And now I'm going to start sauteing. Sauteing. Whoa, it's hot. That ain't so micro. Woo! I mean, it's making that fry, and I ain't that far off that, so. Hand is hot. Hand is hot. I hope everyone's noticing my wool socks. They were Christmas gift. I think I got about 25 pairs at this point. Keep them coming. Love the wool socks. Even though it's hotter than hell out here, I think wool socks are the best. They dry out faster. They don't get wet as fast. They just do better with sweat. And I don't get too carried away with hygiene majorly out here. I mean, you know, I do get picky with regards to, you know, your hands before, after fish, your utensils, you know, with something like that. But, you know, I mean, I'll put the spoon right there, put the fork wherever. I think something came up on shore right over here, right, actually right there. And I think it was beaver poop or otter. Big couple of pieces right there. Definitely not goose. I know the goose. Where there's smoke, there's gonna be fire. I guarantee. There we go. That's all the sloppy. I don't know where the Joe part comes from. That is sloppy. There we go. Oh, that smells killer. And see, a fire that size is perfect for just, you know, a quick meal, cup of coffee, cup of tea, popcorn, oatmeal. Yeah, it's hot. Change hands. Change hands, brah. Guess, you know what, an oven mitt might be good, eh? One of those silicone things. Something else to bring. I need more stuff to bring. Smells incredible. It smells like there's like something sweet, barbecue-y, but with the campfire and the sauteed onions. I don't know what it is that's just so basic about being outdoors by a lake and having a campfire. That's just primitive, primordial. Oh, that's going to be good. Oh, yeah. Time for some buns. Let's do it. Check out my buns. See what we got. Mmm, a lot of honey. And it's hot. Mm. Oh, very good. Very hot. Yeah. There's some spice to it, but some honey aspect to it. I love that. It's sweet. Mm-hmm. That's a win. Mm. Bye-bye. I'm going to knock these back. There we go. Here's another one. They are sloppy. I don't get the Joe part, but I'll take it. Yesterday's disaster, fully dried by about midday. Because the little trip in the water right over there happened in the morning. But with the sun and the heat, they dried awesome. I'm just extra baking them. Make sure they're done. Mm. Whenever I get some cloud break, it feels so good. Ooh. I should have some wine with this. Mm. Mm. There's one thing about being out in the wild. Man, do you build up an appetite fast. Like I'll tell you, when I was at the top of Blueberry Mountain there, I cleared out a space, like it was blue carpet. I cleared out a space probably 10 feet by 12 and brought a bag back. Just pounded them. I feel like I ate like 7 jars of blueberry jam. Stuffed. Explored a little bit, made it back down the mountain, got some stuff together for fishing tonight. Maybe a little exploring over there. I'm hungry already. You know, I had something to drink. I was like, oh, I want to eat now. So that's why I thought the Sloppy Joes would be awesome right now. I'm thinking maybe a little bit of vino though. I think that would be killer. Let's do it. Cheers. Shiraz sure does taste good. Sure hits the spot. Sloppy Joes. I like to go the no-low route. No or low alcohol. Oh, that's nice. I think I'm going to save a little bit of this for tonight. I'm going to get up late after 12, beat the mosquitoes, and pop some popcorn and maybe have some dates. And yeah, happy dates and popcorn by the fire, midnight. It's a date. Let's do it. And there we go. Number 4, last one. That will do, brah. That will just about do. Yummy! Yeehaw! I won't need to eat again for about another 15 minutes. Man, I just hit a massive horse fly on me, black fly. Nailed it heavy, and it rolled over and then flew away again. They build them tough out here. Way cooler out here. It is really quiet out here now. I've got it all to myself, which is exactly how I like it. No people. No people. Killer. Stay home, people. Stay away. I don't need you. I don't want you. Go away. Bye-bye. It's not that I don't like people. I mean, I'm in sales. I deal with people all the time. I love people. But when you're out here, I mean, I'm out here. Why would I want people out here? I got people at home. I got people at work. I got people in my house. Out here, I just want to see loons, red foxes, ducks, fish of all kinds. I want to see a lot of those. I also do want to see moose, elk, and bear, but from a distance. I'm not walking through my campsite. Not walking through my tent. Know what I'm saying? You get where I'm coming from? You understand what I'm spitting? See where I'm going? Good. Oh yeah. A little bit of bait. I shouldn't even joke. After that jackfish took my crappie. Same place. That is very cool though. Ah, it'll cool you off. Just cruising along. Home is over there, so we're on the other side of the bay. There's the top of Blueberry Mountain right there. I'm always on the hunt for raspberries. They seem to be just above the water, near some rock faces. Wild raspberries are just to die for. Like literally, you could fall out of your canoe, hit your head on the rocks trying to reach for the damn things. But they're delicious. I think I can squeeze. Really don't need to be doing this. Between a rock and a... Nice. That just goes and goes up there, eh? Found my little bit of shade. Sun's on the other side of this mountain. Shade feels nice. There's no wind. It's so quiet and calm. Best Monday afternoon ever. Little beaver dam right there. And dude is upset. See him right over there? You gonna splash? I want to splash! There he is. Gonna give us a nice splash. He'll give us a splash. Come on, bro. Give me a splash. Oh, you know what? That's an otter. Maybe that was an otter. But I got my splash. Oh, there he is. That's a beaver. That's a beaver. 2 splashes! 2 splashes! That's awesome. There he is over there. Come on. 3 splashes. He's very upset that I'm going to go to his house. Dude, I don't care about your house. Or your lodge, sorry. That always gets me. I love that. Thank you, bro. He's going to try and just tip my boat over. That's what he's going to do. He's going to be just done with it. Oh, there he is. Let's see if we can catch him. Yeah! Yeah, baby! You know you're close to that when the splash gets in the boat. He goes, come on, bro, I'm busy. Busy as a beaver. Come on, one more splash, and then I'll leave you alone. A good one. Yeah. That never gets old. So check this out. I call that tiger wall of rock. Tiger. That's spectacular. That's about 45 feet. All right, Mr. Beaver, I'll leave you alone. Say goodbye to Tiger back there. Beautiful. I think I got about 4 or 5 splashes. 5. 5 beaver tail slaps. Those rocks ready to slide off or stay there for another 1,000 years or 10,000 years. It's so quiet. Like if you can hear my voice talking, it gives you an idea as to the level of, ambient volume out here. It's still, a little bit of paddle sound. A little bit of paddle sound for you. Rose, there's nothing. Oh, like that. Woo! And just paddling and floating. Oh, that's so cool. Just floating with the current. Close your eyes, feet in the water. Just float. Think about nothing. And then a big snapping turtle rips your foot off. That's life. That's how life will get you. Oh, fear, fear, fear. Doesn't get better than this. And I'm still stuffed from that sloppy Joe's. I'm still stuffed from that street taco the day before yesterday. That's a lot of food. It was 6 servings. So. Let's go fishing. There we go. There's a bro in the net. Nice wally. Woo! He's gorgeous. Nice golden color. Is that just my eyes? No, he's like golden, eh? Wow. That's nice. Look at him. It's a gorgeous color. Awesome. Look at that color. It is 5 to 8. I'm back a little bit early. I usually try and head for about 8:39, 9:30, but got a beautiful walleye. So I am going to fry them up on a campfire. Wood-fired deliciousness. Golden, crispy, salty. Okay, mosquitoes are building. They're buzzing around me a little bit, but they're not going crazy yet. Microfire, number 2 for the day. I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to go with these Dutch Crunch Kettle Cooked Jalapeno Cheddar chips that were so beautifully gifted to me. You know who you are. I don't remember who you are. I didn't get your name, but thanks, man. That's awesome. I bet you didn't know that those chips were headed for walleye. I'm going to dump these into the bag that the Walleye are in. Give them a shake. Chuck them into some hot extra virgin olive oil. See what happens. I think only good things can happen after this. Unless I slip, fall in the water over there again. But let's give it a shot. Microfire. Lakeside. Beautiful out. Look at that. Touch of pink on the water. Second fish fry of the day. And Sloppy Joe's. Jalapeno cheddar chip walleye. Oh, is that stupid good? Here we go. Jalapeno cheddar chip walleye. Oh man. I totally get the jalapeno and the cheddar and the chippiness. Super amazing. Check it out. That worked out very well. That was a last minute idea. Boom! Thank you, Mr. Walleye. 9:12. So I've got about 3 minutes before the mosquitoes hit. So that is just awesome because I got in my jalapeno cheddar walleye, microfire in, had some dates, put away all my stuff, got the garbage bag hidden out in the bush, got the boat up and anchored. Bare barrels filled with either gear or food, and everything into the bin. So I'm saving my firewood so it doesn't get wet. Normally I'll keep that under my tarp, but I've got that beautiful bin. I've got my rods underneath my tent. I've got my dried clothes that I'm going to be wearing tomorrow that were in the lake day before yesterday or yesterday. I don't even remember. So they're inside. We're good to go. Did it. Success. That was a gorgeous day. What a day. Holy smokes. Got up, crack of dawn, came back and had crappie for breakfast. Sloppy Joe's for lunch with a ton of blueberries. I'm still burping blueberries. And then topping it off in the evening with jalapeno cheddar walleye. Damn. Out in the middle of nowhere. Living the life. Living the life. It takes a lot of work though. Not gonna lie. I'm tired. It's a long day. It's a lot to do. And you got to plan it out. There are a ton of mosquitoes. I'm going to get into orangey over there. 809 out on the water. Caught me this bro here. Nice little crappie. He's going back. Unless I catch his bigger brother, but it's gorgeous. Super nice out on the water. It's like glass out here. Smells fresh. Sun's hot already at 8:09. It was hot at 7:09. It was hot before 7. Nice little guy here. There goes bro. He's pretty. Bye-bye. Ooh, a little attitude at the end there. So this is the morning of day 5. And this is crappie number 2 for this morning. It is fish number 6 for the trip. A little slow, water's warm, and I don't know what I'm doing. I'm having trouble finding them. So I'm gonna head back to camp, fry this boy up for lunch. Delish. Woo! So this will be fish fry Number 4 for the trip. I got skunked on Saturday. Had a delicious jalapeno stir-fry crappie on Saturday. And yesterday for breakfast, I had a plain old crappie with pink Himalayan salt and extra virgin olive oil. Yummy. And then for dinner, I had the jalapeno cheddar chip walleye. So I've invited him back to camp for lunch. Wrapping crappie. Hey, it's lunchtime. Hey now. Just happened to come across a bag of flayed out crappie. I had some real angry otters. I'm sure they were otters last night. Not sure if you can see over there, just at the horizon of the water and the rock there. Left me some poop presents there. Poop present right by the tent, right there. Down by the water over there too. And screaming. They were screaming like, I'm right up there by the tent, moving my tent poles around, screaming like cats in a cat fight. Had to be otters. That's the only thing out here. Beavers don't do that. Foxes don't do that. There's no mountain lions going. They were insane. That's some good chunks in there. That'll work. Yeah, not that I was creeped out by those otters, but I mean, they were like screaming like cat fighting. It was just one. You could tell it was one. It wasn't two. He was just very upset right there, moving around my rods, right by the tent. I'm in their territory. And when I went fishing just now, speaking of fishing, yeah, they left me a couple presents again too. They're basically telling me this is their territory. And it is. I don't need a lot of carb right now because I am going to go all the way back up. Way up to Blueberry Mountain. Know why? Yeah, them otters was wild. I never heard screaming like loud right by my tent too. Crazy. It's just, you know, at like about 1 o'clock in the morning, really throws you off a little bit. Then you're listening for everything else after that. You know, it's like, did I make that sound? Did my beard rub against? Oh, you know, I'll tell you. My beard brushing against my sleeping bag gets me every time. I'm like, what's that? It's a bear. It's a moose. It's a fox. It's a something. It ain't me. It's me. It is me. I'm scaring myself. I'm afraid of my own shadow. It's funny how it throws you though, because you know that it's not you, and yet you double think yourself, second guess yourself. Today's word of the day is black flies. They were biting through what I thought they wouldn't bite through, my wool socks in the boat. I'm trying to, see? Right there, do you see them? Oh, right there. Ouch! And if you don't think that that hurts, guess again. Little fireside chat for you there. Time to chow down. See what we got. Yummy! That is good. I'm gonna go check out Blueberry Mountain. Eat my fill. I'm about halfway through the plantation up there. I will not leave a blueberry. It's funny actually, because what I'm leaving that I think is done, picked over, the me of before here would be like, I found paradise. Look at all the blueberries. It's not that I'm getting really picky or wasting. It's just that there are bigger, easier to grab clumps and clusters, and you leave a bunch behind you. So leave some for the bears. I've got some blueberries that I'm going to use for pine and blueberry tea. Oh, whoa, a whole pocket, old boobs. Awesome evening. Blowing all day long. I didn't think I'd make it out on the water again. I did about 1 billion casts from shore. Beautiful evening. Gorgeous sunset. I think I'm gonna head back to camp and put the cherry on this sundae with some popcorn. I could go for a sundae though. Popcorn will certainly do. Night 5 tonight. Last night I put on a sweater and thought I might need it. Totally didn't need it. Man, was I sweating in the middle of the night. Got rid of that. It'll be interesting. I think tonight will be still another warm night. There's no chill coming on yet. It is 8:20. Now I could go for some nice hot salty popcorn on an open fire. Let's go. Let's do it. Mosquitoes are buzzing. I got a little fire going. Oh yeah! Popcorn time! Mosquito time! The hell's it? Yeah, they're coming after me. Hot, salty, buttery popcorn. Campfire. Calm out there. Warm. Half moon. Everything is packed away for the most part. We're safe for the evening. I got water. Bear barrels will shut down. Boat secure. Garbage secure. Rod secure. Popcorn. Popcorn about to be secured. In my mouth! Oh. I think it's actually attracting them. All right, time to head it.